he's not drunk.
Not necessarily.
Well, he's here this time.
Here.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm so happy to be here. I've missed so much over the last couple weeks. There were so many things I wanted to talk about. I just kept sleeping through the show.
Yeah, call it your last week. You're like, oh, I missed my alarm. So you gonna make it? Nah.
Yeah.
Matt?
Yeah, I thought this was gonna be a whiteout episode, so I wore white. I guess not.
No.
I guess it was a blackout episode.
Shit, Matt's here.
So
blended in with the wall. I didn't see him.
I'm a ghost. I'm just the beard on the wall. That's all I am. Yeah. I think I don't think we introduced people correctly though. So yes, we've got Rob, we've got me, and then you've got the SCNS Cinelinks inaugural Injustice 2 champion sitting right over there.
You damn right we got the champion here. Not only the champion that swept everyone.
You actually did. You didn't lose, did you?
Not
you didn't
once.
lose once.
He didn't.
Yeah.
If he lost, he wouldn't be the champion.
Well, no. If you lose one, then it would have forced a third match, and so. Yeah,
he swept in the final match.
Yeah.
All right, I got
and not only fun, all three rounds.
All of them, yeah.
I beat Chris 2-0. I beat Ricardo 2-0. I beat Matt 3-0.
Yeah, I was actually surprised I made it that far because I don't even own the game, and I beat Cassandra. I beat Jason, which I did not expect to beat Jason. I thought he was gonna spam and do all kinds of stupid moves.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to BC, and BC did all the spamming and the stupid moves. But either way, he still won.
I'd be saying that too if I lost.
And took the cheesy characters like Scarecrow was like, "Oh, you can't get near me. You can't get near me."
I didn't use Scarecrow.
No, he didn't use Scarecrow. He used Supergirl to beat me in the end.
He did use it once.
No, that was Ricardo. Ricardo used Scarecrow. Anyway, if you want to watch that, you can watch that on Cinelinks.com or you can watch it on YouTube.com/SCNS Live. It's just an hour, but it's a great tournament to watch, so go check that out. But anyway, we are on TV.
Yeah. First one up, Snatch, the TV series.
Not the movie.
Not the movie.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a Snatch TV series. They released it on March 16th this year.
Oh, okay.
And it's honestly pretty good. The first 2 episodes, they kind of touch on a lot of stuff that was in the movie, so you're kind of seeing the same thing, but it's a different group of kids. There is a Pikey who's a boxer. They do the whole fixed match in the first episode, but things kind of take a little turn away from that. They're still trying to get money. They rob this van going through town that had gold in it, so now they're trying to get rid of this gold because everyone knows that someone has it, and all the mobsters are looking for this gold. It's got Rupert Grint in it from Harry Potter.
I was really surprised. I didn't expect to see him in there because the trio of people that were on Harry Potter, you had Hermione, you had Harry, they all went off and did really great things, Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson. But then you had Ron and Rupert Grint, and he just fell off the face of the earth. And so I'm watching this today, and I'm thinking, oh my god, is that Ron? Ron's on here. And Ron's playing, he's not Ron, right? He is drunk, high, whatever it is, and he is stupid. So it's really interesting. It's fun to watch. Yeah.
You didn't see much of it, have you?
No, the stylized looked pretty cool. The couple seconds I watched didn't feel like Guy Ritchie snatched, but it still looks pretty cool.
It's a little watered down Guy Ritchie.
Yeah.
Mind you that Rupert Grint is one of the funniest characters on there when he gets to say stuff. And like he said, he gets high, drunk, and those are some of the best times. Especially when he takes the Hasidic Jew guys to a strip club.
Wow.
Yeah.
It doesn't go well, apparently.
They take Molly, and they're singing Tricky by Run DMC.
What? What?
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is on Crackle.
It's on Crackle,
You need to watch that now. Crackle's free, apparently.
Yeah, Crackle is free. They came up to try to give competition to Hulu, but they never really went anywhere. They didn't advertise properly, and it's just sitting there. They put tons of movies, their own content, TV shows on there. No one really knows about it. So check out Crackle. You might find something you want to watch on there.
I know we're gonna switch gears to something else real quick, but I wanted to ask you guys: have you seen the rumors of Facebook possibly buying out Netflix?
No.
I think I saw that a while back, but
I saw it today, and I just wasn't sure about it. But I don't know. I wouldn't like it. I love Netflix the way they are and how they're handled because they make shows based off of what people like. They don't care about the ratings or anything.
Well,
like
just
that.
because Facebook bought it doesn't mean that it wouldn't be run by the same people. It's just it gets to a point where these companies, if they don't spend money that they have, then they start losing it and get taxed on it and stuff like that. So they have to, which is why like Apple's trying to buy. Disney trying to buy Apple, or Apple's trying to buy.
I'm trying to buy Disney.
Yeah,
Apple's trying to buy Disney.
That's the rumor.
Wow.
Yeah, because it all goes. These people they just have to spend. If they don't spend the money, they lose the money.
Yeah.
So they just try to buy up different properties and things like that. So if Facebook were to buy Netflix, I don't see anything changing. It's just other than business paperwork and stuff.
Now I'm just wondering if Apple bought Disney, if there would be a Steve Jobs ride. Everybody wears a black turtleneck and invents something.
Yes. Steve Jobs' face, and you just sit on it and ride.
Wow.
Steve Jobs just takes credit for it. Anyway, continue. We're actually moving on to Netflix.
Yeah, we're moving on to a Netflix show that's coming out. I don't know when it's coming out.
Yeah, they hadn't said when it was coming out. They just came out with a trailer
for Castlevania. I have never played Castlevania. I don't know anything about it. Castlevania's been making games from 1986 up to 2015.
Yeah.
Every year. I didn't even know this. I thought Castlevania had like 3 games.
See, okay, I fell off of the Castlevania train a long time ago. But whenever it was initially coming out and I was growing up and playing those games, oh man, dude, they were so great.
Really?
So much fun. I mean, the story's gotten bigger, a little bit more convoluted as time went on, but I think this one might go back to its roots a little bit, and I'm excited for it. It looks awesome. It's not live action, it's all anime, but it's the style of anime that I absolutely love, so I am overjoyed about this.
I mean, the only thing I know about it is it has to do with Dracula and the famous monsters as far as like Frankenstein, werewolves, and so on, and that's about it.
It's also the new Universal Pictures.
Universal?
Yeah, Dark Universe.
So, I never played Castlevania, but you're Mickey, aren't you? Going through it?
You're playing different characters throughout the series.
Okay, but it's still like Disney characters, right?
What? No.
Is it not?
No.
I could have.
No, you're thinking about Kingdom Hearts.
And you're not even Mickey at any point in time in Kingdom Hearts. But Castlevania, no. Castlevania is vampires.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm thinking of some other game.
What?
Yeah, I could have swore the Castlevania like it was a Disney property.
I don't know if it's a Disney property, but that is Mickey is not anywhere near that. I think Castlevania is Capcom.
Oh, wow! I don't know what I'm thinking of then.
This show took a weird turn for a moment.
Yeah.
I could have swore I remember that. I guess I'm thinking of a different game or something, but yeah, I hadn't had a chance to see the trailer yet though, so
it looks good.
Yeah.
If you're into that style and anime and like kind of that bloody anime, then you're gonna like it. If you like the game, I hope we like it. I mean, I don't know, but from the trailer, it looks like it's doing it justice. So there's that.
that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna check it out when it comes out because I mean, it's anime and it's Castlevania. It's something that I should have played or know a lot more about, but I don't. But hey, I miss stuff.
But something that we do know a lot about is a brand new trailer that came out this past week as well, and it was for Game of Thrones.
Yes,
Guys, the Great War is here.
Yeah.
The Great War. The Great War is finally here. What?
I was thinking of Castle of Illusion.
Oh my God! Seriously?
They both say castle in it.
It's got part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Castlevania.
Aren't you Mickey sucking the blood out of all of your victims and just killing everybody in his bloody mess?
Hey! That's what Mickey actually does.
Hey! I killed Dracula!
That's what he actually does, though, right? Mickey
That's.
We just don't know about it. He hides it pretty well.
I told you not to say anything, BC. I'm
crap.
gonna kill you.
Now the mouse is coming from me.
Okay, so the Game of Thrones trailer was released.
Yeah.
And it looks like Daenerys has made it to
Westeros.
and
Yes.
she's going to destroy people.
Oh my god, it was so awesome. And I love that you got to see each story arc, each character in this trailer. I mean, you don't get a whole lot of information on what they're doing, but it's a good idea. They're getting ready for the war. Whether it's the war in the north, the war in the west, the war for Westeros, doesn't matter. And then you've also got Maisie Williams, Arya Stark, just riding on a horse through the woods. Like, ooh, she's gonna be so bad this year. It's gonna be so bad. So ready.
I remember when I first started watching Game of Thrones. I was late to the party. Last season was the first season I watched live.
We monitored you guys watching.
Yeah, and everyone kept telling me, like, don't get attached to characters because your favorite characters are gonna die. So just don't get attached to them. Well, of course I got attached to them, and none of my favorite characters have died yet. They're all still there.
Well, Jon Snow did die.
I thought Jon Snow was a whiny little bitch.
Oh, you didn't like Jon Snow?
Nope, he was a whiny little bitch.
So, okay.
Who the hell do you like then?
Yeah, well,
Arya.
We know Arya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tyrion
Okay, yeah.
and Khaleesi.
Okay. Yeah.
Those are my go-tos
Those are
right
solid.
there.
You didn't like Ned?
Well, yeah, but I mean that one's a given. Like it was Sean Bean.
Yeah, he was gonna die, but still, like I was shocked when I saw Sean Bean dying. I was like, surely, like somebody's gonna show up and they're gonna like clink, like stop the sword or something.
It was.
But
I had just since it was so late for me coming to the party, I'd already known that he was gonna die.
See.
Too. So
I honestly think when they pitch scripts to Sean Bean, the first thing he asks is, "Do I die? No? Crap."
I believe I actually saw a statistic. There's actually one other actor that has died more than him in film. I can't remember who it is. Right now.
Oh man.
Right.
Yeah.
The only person I heard compared to him was Michelle Rodriguez, whose character dies in most of the movies that she had made early on.
Oh.
She had died in almost every single one of the movies.
But then she comes back.
Well, there was one.
And Fast and Furious.
So
she could be with Dom and raise a child together.
And be a part of a family. We're family here.
So the season 7 is the second to last season in the Game of Thrones series. We just heard that the last season is only going to be 6 episodes long. I hope they're extended episodes where they're like an hour and 20 minutes or something.
Extended episodes, or they answer everything they need to in all these episodes. The one thing I did find out about George R. Martin was he used to be a screenwriter for TV shows and stuff, and some of the stuff he wrote, people look at it and go, "Ooh, no, we can't."
Really?
Oh no!
Huh.
So he was like, "Screw it, I'm gonna write a book." So
Nice.
he went off and he did Game of Thrones, but then he got stuck, and when he went back to TV, it's just kind of like now it's looking like, all right, well, I'm back on TV, so screw writing the books. I'll just write the rest of the books for the TV series.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way it seems. That's not what he said.
No,
That's
he's
not what
still
he
right.
said, but that's obviously what because he's getting more money for writing that.
Yeah.
Well, I heard several different stories about George R. R. Martin, and one of the things that I learned was that his idea for Westeros came from like a very young age. Whenever he was like growing up in Jersey, he would look out at New York, Manhattan, and he would like think to himself like and create an imaginary kingdom and stuff like that. And so I think to him, the Red Keep was like Manhattan to him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you would have thought the way he writes, the way like the books are formatted, you would think it was like some English author, but no, it's just some guy from Jersey who now lives in New Mexico.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it looks great. And in other George R. R. Martin news and Game of Thrones, it's all related, that HBO came out and said that they've got like 5 prequels in the works and only 1 is going to come out.
Was it 5? I thought it was 4. But
No, it was 4. But then
okay.
they were going over it again, and they were like, I think we have enough story for a 5th one. And so then they hired another writer to come in and pitch another script.
Wow.
So 5 prequels, only 1 is going to get made.
All right.
It was John Hurt
Oh, okay.
and Vincent Price both died more than.
Yeah. Well, the late great John Hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love John Hurt. That guy's voice was amazing.
It was.
Oh, so good.
Okay. So we move along.
Yeah, move along. Game of Thrones, amazing.
Okay, Game of Thrones, amazing, wonderful. Watch it. And we're moving into the season finales.
Yes.
We were just going to pick some shows that we liked or whatever, but I'm going to switch that to the CW hero TV shows and Gotham.
I can't speak on Gotham.
Okay.
I haven't paid much attention to it,
That's
but I will be
amazing.
able to talk about CW superhero shows. And I think if I was to rank them, I would probably say Arrow was number 1 this year.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the ones that just came out. I'm not talking about Legends, because Legends was
Okay.
really good. But I'm talking about
The big three.
the big 3 in the Arrowverse. Well, I guess you could say Legends is a big
Yeah, I
three,
mean,
but
they're
anyway.
4.
So Arrow was number 1, then I go Flash, and then Supergirl. And honestly, Flash, I don't even think was as great as I wanted it to be.
Not at all. I was actually really disappointed by Flash all season long. But here, I started thinking about this the other day. The problem is look, season 2 of Arrow, probably the best season.
Yeah, it was a really good one.
Mhm.
That
And
was
it's hard.
that was the one with Manu Bennett, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's hard
that
to
was
live
really
up to
good.
that.
Yeah.
Season 1 of The Flash, probably the best of all of the shows.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Mm-hmm.
So once you set the bar that high, it's really hard to live back up to that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely something that hurts them. And
But
I
season
just
2 of Flash did all right.
see. I didn't like season 2 of Flash. I thought it was kind of a letdown. And not. I didn't hate it as much. I didn't hate it by any means, but it was just not as good to me. It was just kind of moseying along.
Mm-hmm.
The best episode was this year was when they erased Barry's memory, and he was kind of the happy-go-lucky Barry again.
That was the best episode.
That's
for you?
what I thought because we really got to see Flash kind of be that happy, the weight of the world's not on my shoulders Flash.
He
again.
wasn't brooding anymore.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was. Just,
I can agree with that.
and that's what I enjoyed so much about season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see, I gotta disagree with you there because that was probably the worst episode of the season. I wasn't looking at the character Barry.
Really?
I was looking
Really?
at the
Did
story.
you watch the musical
Yeah.
episode?
Oh, that was bad.
Okay.
That was
All
bad.
right. well,
Yeah.
but I mean, that was the episode that was not needed. It was filler. That's
It was,
all
yeah,
it was.
and that's my problem is the filler episode was what, and I'm not saying like overall story arc, anything adding to the season, but being able to see Barry the way that it was so much that I liked Barry, what made me love the Flash in the first place, is what made me enjoy that episode so much.
Well, I think one of the things that they did very well this season was the big reveal of Savitar.
Yep.
Versus in the previous 2 seasons where you learned probably like midway through who the character was or who the big bad was. The identity of Savitar wasn't revealed until like 3 episodes before the finale.
Yeah.
And it was cool. It was shocking and nobody knew. Everybody had their own different theories. So it was awesome that they did it that way. But I think as an overall though, it was kind of a letdown, and even the finale itself was just really lackluster. And you and I kind of, well, we all kind of had a Twitter conversation about it,
Yeah.
where we were talking about how they, and if you haven't seen it, you know, go on CW and watch it, but we're going to talk spoilers here for a second. They reveal early on that Iris is not dead, that instead it's Harrison Wells, and okay, they killed their Patsy.
I'm fine with it.
See, look, here's my problem with it. It was just, and Arrow did the same thing when they killed off Arrow for the winter finale.
Yeah.
And they like brought him back. Like, you know how interesting it would have been if he had not come back for like 5 or 6 episodes?
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
That would have been insane.
Yeah.
And then this one, okay, we're gonna kill off, and then we know Iris is not gonna stay dead. We
Mhm.
know that. But why cop out and like opening up? It wasn't really her. See, we did this thing where HR went and got her and put this the mask thing on. We got no. Fuck you. You're a douche.
I think my question is,
Maybe.
look, okay. As a show writing standpoint, I can see why they did that, because how else are you going to explain it? How else are you going to show what happened? What, is HR just going to be like, walking around. It's just Iris inside though, and she's just like, Barry, I'm not dead.
Have it not be like have a different way to bring her back. Don't do it that way. That was my idea.
Oh, okay.
Not have her be HR for 5 or 6 episodes of the first season. No. just find a better way to bring her
My
back.
question, though, is if all the other Barrys and all the other HRs and all the other ones didn't do that, what made this HR decide, oh, I need to do this? I need to change history this way.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't, to me, it doesn't make sense. Why didn't the HR that we met in the future not just do it?
Yeah.
It just seems like if the chain was always going to be going, if the circle was always going to be spinning, what was the defining difference of that HR compared to all the others?
Yeah. True, and there's no explanation for that at all either.
There isn't. Just that HR is a very spendable character.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had the same HR in any season, or as far as the main HR.
Yeah.
The first one, he was actually killed. That was Eobard Thrawn, but even that guy was someone different. Then you had the serious Earth 2
Harrison Wells.
And
Harry's one. But he's coming back for this 4th season, so I guess it'll be the only consistency we have.
And the thing is he even want to stick around? He may just be there to find him another HR, and then he's out of there again.
But can we just say, Tom Cavanaugh's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also because, and even if he plays the same character, he plays them all differently.
Yeah.
And Grant Ward, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
I forget the actor's name, but it's a great role for Tom Cavanaugh and him, because every season they got to play it differently. They got to do something new. So it's great for Tom. It's not like the same character over and over. They're getting to really show their range, and that's really cool, man.
You get to see his range whenever they were showing the different HRs and the different ones. And the different Earths. That was really cool. I especially love the cowboy one, where he's just like, yeah, physics and such.
Okay, so Supergirl, what do you think about that season finale?
Look, it's not just
the season?
I was gonna go into the season. I'm so bored by it. Like, there's nothing really interesting, and they seem to follow and fall into the same plot holes and plot traps as any other show that I've ever watched, and it's just not great. Like the whole, I'm gonna be friends with Lena Luthor and I'm not gonna share my secret identity, and it's just predictably gonna become a problem later on, and that's gonna be my big bad later on. And it's just all of it. I didn't like Mon-El. I didn't get their whole relationship between Mon-El and Kara Danvers. So, and this whole idea that everybody needs to become a superhero, but they're all like, half of them suck and are useless. It's just, it's annoying. And again, there's so many filler episodes, like the one where you had that one guy had this girlfriend who was an alien, and she like framed him for murder or for stealing.
For robbery, yeah.
Just pointless. It didn't even.
That's what she did. She would hook up with the guy, and then in a relationship, she would commit a robbery, frame him somehow.
It just was pointless, and they didn't even get to the point and into the actual like meat and the. Okay. They didn't get to the main plot until like late in the season. And if I were to count how many episodes of this season were actually about what they were trying to get to, I'd say probably 4. It was. You had the introduction of Mon-El, right? Mm-hmm. You then had the part where they go over to that prison planet, and the aliens were looking at Mon-El like, hey, we know who you are. And then you had the introduction of the Daxamites, and then you had the Daxamite War. So, like, you really didn't have that much, and so every other episode was like, who are we gonna fight this week?
If you would have told me when they were announced Supergirl that you could have a CBS Supergirl or you can have it on the CW, and you would have got to today, and I would have said that I would prefer the CBS one, I would have told you were crazy.
Yeah.
But I honestly really enjoyed it on CBS.
Agreed.
Once it got to the CW, it really got formulaic, and I actually liked Mon-El. I thought they did. I didn't like him at first, but he really grew on me. I think they did a really good job linking them together, and I liked their relationship. I'd even say I'd ship it. But my issue comes to the fact that like you said, there's just too many superheroes, heroes, and there's too many aliens. We don't need the alien bar where all the aliens hang out. We don't need a Men in Black Supergirl.
Yes.
Okay? Don't do it.
Another side note, look, if you wanted to make Kara's sister a lesbian, that's great. Go for it. That's cool. That whole relationship just felt forced. That whole transition just felt forced to me.
I could say that it felt forced, but I enjoyed it. Maybe that's because Gotham did it so bad with Penguin and Riddler.
Did they?
Oh, it was some of the worst writing I had ever seen.
I just love, to me, I didn't watch that, what you're talking about on Gotham, but when I watched this, it's the reason why I felt like it was forced was this girl, Kara's sister, and I can't remember her name right now, was having a conversation with a cop. Alex. Alex was having a conversation with a girlfriend cop, would become her girlfriend. And she has one conversation, and now she's like, wow, maybe I am a lesbian. And then she just starts pursuing this one girl, pursuing this lifestyle. And I'm like, okay. Again, I don't care. If that's the way you want to be, that's fine. I have complete tolerance for all of it. But that just didn't seem like it was enough. Maybe have a little bit more of an arc where self-discovery and that sort of thing, instead of just one episode where it's like, okay guys, now I'm a lesbian, but I don't want to come out and tell everybody.
Well, maybe she was always that way. It's just that, having the conversation with this girl, it's like, you know what? I actually like her. I want to have a relationship with this girl. Blah, blah, whatever. Yeah. Whatever's in your head. And so, bam, it just springs on you.
The episode that happened, the whole episode was focused mainly on that. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why I was okay. I actually enjoyed the revelation there and how they got together and all that stuff. So,
I guess to me, it's more of if you're going to transition a character and change a character in a new way, I'd like a slow burn to it. To me, I like development.
I do see that it was kind of just CW going, okay, let's get this stuff on track on our way right now.
Yeah.
And you put it on a new network, you want to reestablish, you want to change the past. Okay, I see what you were doing there. They could have slowed it down a bit, but it's not something that took me away from the show.
I almost wonder if they brought it to the CW and they thought to themselves, okay, what diversity do we have? Okay, we have this guy, we have this guy, we have this guy, this guy's doing this. Do we have anybody that's gay? And they're like, no. What's Alex doing? All right, let's just do that.
Yeah.
And to me, that's all right, well, that seems kind of half-cocked to just kind of let's do it.
Yeah.
Instead of just kind of doing a slow burn, kind of doing that self-discovery and then eventually getting to it. But that's just me.
So we're waiting now for the gay character on Flash.
Yeah, you're right.
Not the sergeant of the CPD.
Oh, he is. Yeah, you're right. CCPD, the sergeant, he's gay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, all right.
Also,
everything filled.
They had that one filler episode where they had that guy who they ended up changing his past or something like that, and he had he used sound waves to beat everybody.
The pipe.
Yeah. I think he was gay. Huh. So yeah, they've had a couple on that one. Okay. But I guess before we get to Arrow, Superman. I mean, they introduced Superman in this season of Supergirl. I know a lot of people loved this Superman more than they liked Henry Cavill.
He was okay.
He was there. Should have been Tom Welling, but whatever.
Oh! The reason why it wasn't Tom Welling because he couldn't fit in the suit. He didn't look good in the suit. That's why they never showed him in the suit in Smallville.
No, they never showed him in the suit in Smallville because they said from the beginning, you're never going to see the suit to the last episode.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and you never saw him in the suit in the last episode.
Yeah, you did.
No, you saw him. You didn't see him full body in the suit. All you saw was him go all the way up to the atmosphere, and you saw a tiny little Superman.
Red and blue streak going up into the sky.
And then that was it. And I read, afterward, it was because he didn't look good in the suit. And they were like, we can't show this.
Why, is he, sloppy or something?
I have no idea.
Well, did you not see him in the Kevin Costner Classic draft?
Oh, my God.
Because he is yoked now.
Okay, yeah, now.
Yeah, Tom Welling is
Well, Superman just came out now. on Smallville.
They probably on Supergirl.
Oh yeah, on Supergirl. Yeah.
They probably just decided to go a different route.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're thinking about doing some sort of another series, possibly on CWC. Maybe.
I want to see what they have for Tom Welling next season. So what role would he fit into that thing? Because they pull everyone from the past shows.
Nightwing.
I still want to see him. I
No?
still want to see him as Superman.
You
No,
wouldn't-
that was yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I still want to see him as Superman. I do. I just
Yeah.
I love Smallville, so
I want to see some sort of version of Batman be introduced. And I know that they're going to do it on the DC. And I'm not saying Batman per se, but I'm saying like Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl,
yeah, there's
somebody.
always the rumors of Nightwing showing up because they've talked about Bloodhaven
Right.
and whatnot.
They
so.
they said that he was going to be in Arrow season 2, and that never happened.
Yeah.
But I want to see that at some point, and maybe they're just going to shelve that idea because they're doing that DC TV thing.
Yeah.
So
And they're gonna have the live action Teen Titans.
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, so maybe they're not going to ever do that.
Okay, so this is an older one. They ended their season months ago, weeks ago. Legend of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
What you guys think of that?
That was see now when you said
Yeah.
Arrow was I think Legends was the best.
Well, that's what I wasn't even
Yeah,
counting.
I enjoyed Legends so much, and that season finale, the cliffhanger they left you with, is
Yeah.
insane. There's dinosaurs and
Legends is the best
Yeah.
out of all of them.
oh yeah.
And I'm not even talking on season finale. I'm talking about the way that everything is formatted, the way it's scripted, the way it's put together, the ensemble, everything about it is great. I watch it excited to watch it, and I put my full focus into it, unlike Supergirl where I'm like, I'd rather be doing something else, but I'm listening to it so I know what's going on.
Yeah.
But Legends, man, yeah, from the season finale of the first season to the season finale of this season, everything's just perfect.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, the first season of Legends, I was kind of it was some episodes just lost me, and others were okay.
Was it Hot Girl?
This is getting good. This is getting good.
I'm not even joking. Hot Girl and Hawkman, that story arc in the first season, I think was the worst.
My thing about the first season was I enjoyed all the filler episodes. And
Yeah.
not the
Yeah.
main story episodes.
I usually hate filler episodes, but these I loved them.
Yeah.
I thought they were great because you're going a different time and they're seeing what they're doing, and then you get a little bit about main plot in the end.
Yep.
Yeah, I was cool about it.
And as far as the second season goes, Katie Lotz, I love her. Her character has
Who's
gotten
Katie Lotz?
so much better. White Canary.
Oh, okay.
Her character has
I've
gotten so much better, becoming the
Sarah.
leader of the group.
my Black Canary on Injustice is the White Canary. I changed her outfit. I changed everything to her. She's now the White Canary.
Yeah. No, she was great. I loved how they brought in Darvel. I can't remember his first name, but the guy who plays
Arthur.
Arthur Darvel. I love how they brought him back, about how he was like in film school working with George Lucas. Yeah, I thought that was an awesome part. I'm curious to see where it happens this time because it looks like he's going away for a little bit. But I don't know. I love him in there, so I don't want him to go away for too long.
But at the same time, when he's not there, I love Sarah being the captain.
Yeah, and it seemed like they kind of wrote for him not to have a place anymore.
Yeah.
Because when Sarah took over, what's he doing? Now he's just kind of hanging out. He's like,
Yeah.
well, I'm kind of the last time guy.
Yeah.
And that's it. So, yeah, I was a little disappointed with that. I wanted to see Wentworth Miller back more. He's just fantastic as
He
Captain
is.
Cold, and I hated when they killed him off. The characters that I feel like they didn't do enough with were Firestorm. I did not see enough development in Firestorm.
I would have loved to see more of more of anyone on that show. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll take more.
Well, they didn't introduce they introduced the molecular destabilizing thing, I believe, in the first season, or maybe early in the second season. They never really got anywhere with it later on.
Yeah.
Except for they're like, hey, we've been practicing! And that was it. And then instead, it just seemed like they wanted to introduce that metal guy. I can't remember his name right now. And I honestly could care less about him. He was okay.
I liked
but
him. I thought it was fun.
He was all right. Like, as far as like new characters are concerned, I think he might have been one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But
I could take it or leave it with that guy.
and I think the reason why is because we got him instead of the guy from the Justice Society of America that we saw at the end of the first season.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Time guy, or whatever his name was. And so because we didn't get him, I think I kind of like secretly like held it against the other guy. Like, you took that guy's role.
You're the reason he's not here. I don't like you.
Because I was like, yeah, I like that guy. He was on Suits. He's going to come in here and be great. And then, no, he was just gone in the first episode.
Arrow was dope. Arrow, Mono Bennett being back. I love it. There's nothing bad I can say about the season finale. I thought it was the best one done. I mean, granted, it's very predictable. Like they're not, the team's not gone. They got into the caves. They're fine.
Sure.
But
or they might have found their way into the Argus facility or something.
Yeah, something. They got on a boat. They're on a life raft.
Yeah.
Something. But they're not blown.
They hid in the plane that they all hid in the first couple seasons.
Yeah. I've missed so much of Arrow this season that I watched the season finale and just kind of sat there like, okay, that's done. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
This was the closest to season 2 they've gotten in a long time. It was really a return to form for them.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this season.
100% agree. Yeah.
The one thing I didn't enjoy is when the Green Arrow became the bad guy on paper, and all of a sudden he's wearing a weird mask.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, are they not supposed to just expect y'all are still the Team Arrow? Like,
yeah. Well, even that, like how they're like, oh, well now Arrow's bad. It just didn't have much of an impact.
Yeah.
To any of the story at all.
Because he just disappeared then. He just was in the random guy in a mask.
Yeah, and then you at the end they're like, yes, the Arrow has helped capture Prometheus.
Zach.
Or the Star City kid.
Throwing
Star Killer. I didn't care about the mayor stuff all that much. There were certain episodes where they got really preachy.
Yeah.
Especially the gun control episode, which was god awful. But the rest of it was pretty good. I liked Wild Dog a lot. I thought he was really well done.
One of my favorite sports films is Coach Carter.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in that. And he's
nice.
so good in it.
Cool.
And he's great. My only problem with him and Diggle and a couple other characters is the whole season was all about we don't kill.
Yeah.
And they just shooting people.
Well, they use stun bullets or something.
Well, then you know what? Give them a gun that looks like it's a gimmicked gun. Don't give them an actual Glock.
They throw in so many things. They throw in so many little lines about we're out of stun bullets.
And I never even hear any of those lines.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, they've said that a couple times. Diggle's gone out and said that. But yeah, I liked it. I like that you finally got a nemesis this season in Prometheus. I thought he was cool. But I think that was about it. I still don't like Curtis. I just want less of Curtis. And Felicity was okay, but they kept hinting that they were reigniting their relationship, and I'm like, please don't. I don't need Felicity again.
I don't like the relationship. I'm sick and tired of that. Curtis, he was annoying because it's taken him forever to be a hero.
Yeah.
In that season, he just kept getting his ass kicked all the time. So.
All the time.
I love Curtis. I don't even care. He's like the audience, and they're like, if I was on the team, I'd be the one getting my ass kicked. So I'm like, yeah, it's okay, Curtis.
Look,
it's okay, Mr. Terrific.
As a person, I love that guy. The guy who plays Curtis, he's great. I've seen him at E3 a couple times. He's awesome. He's a big gamer.
Echo's hilarious.
Yeah, he's awesome. But as a character, I hate how he's written. So, but I still believe that the way that they left it off and the cliffhanger for that one, I think is way better than any of the other Arrowverses, except for Legends. Legends is really good.
Okay. What about Agents of Shield?
Love.
I haven't watched it. And we're gonna get into why I haven't watched it.
I've really enjoyed it. I thought this was a really good season. It was 3 mini movies. You had Ghost Rider, you had the LMDs, and then you had the Framework. And I love the way they finished it up. I thought they did it. And what's her name? The girl who plays Ada was just incredible. I really enjoyed her on.
She was on what's it called? Gallivant.
Okay, yeah.
She was the queen in Gallivant.
And then and I'm not gonna. This is the second time that S.H.I.E.L.D. has done this. And they made me cry with that season finale when they were bringing him out of the Framework and Max having to leave his daughter, and his daughter just disappears, and it was just so sad, man. The poor guy just wanted his daughter.
I watched Agents for the Ghost Rider part, and even by the end of that, I was out.
Bro,
I came
there's
back
a
at some
scene.
point when they were in the framework.
There's a scene in the finale where Ghost Rider wraps around one of the LMD things with his chain and he's burning them up, and then Quake comes overhead and hits him with the shockwaves.
That's cool.
And they both land on the ground at the same time, and it was like the most epic scene I'd ever seen. And then Coulson walks in and goes, "Oh damn, y'all worked together, didn't you? I missed it, right? Damn it, I missed it." That's so good.
Well, hopefully I'll see it on Netflix or something like that. But I mean, we'll go into the reason why some of these things I keep missing out on these episodes.
And Gotham?
In Gotham.
Gotham. The second half of this season has really picked back up. As much as I hated the first half of it, I'm once again loving the second half, and that's the thing about Gotham is every other episode is great versus terrible. So it's just back and forth. Right now, we're up. We're doing good, so I'm happy with it.
Okay. Another one. Not watching.
Yeah, I started watching Gotham again on Netflix, and I'm like 3 episodes into the second season, so I don't know. We'll see if I stick with it.
I enjoyed
it. It's like I start watching it, and about 2 episodes in, it starts getting painful, and I just can't watch it anymore.
But the problem is when it gets painful, like when it's like that's it. This is gonna be the last episode I watch. That last episode is incredible, and you're like, all right, I'm back.
See, that's to me. I'm watching. I'm like 3 episodes in, and then I'm like, well, I could just watch Young Justice. And so I turn it to Young Justice. I'm like, oh my god, this is so good.
People get so mad. People get so mad. Like, oh, this is not Batman. Well, no, it's not at all.
It's Earth 43 Batman.
Yeah, this is. I wouldn't even go that far. This is Earth 9,783,264. All right, like it's just a random Elseworld show, and if you can look at it that way, you can enjoy it a lot better.
But I think the main issue, and the reason why none of us are really getting, or I guess why Rob and I haven't watched Gotham and we haven't really kept up with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., is because there are just too many episodes. And I think that's mainly one of our biggest problems in TV nowadays. You've got HBO, you've got Netflix, who have given the roadmap for how to do TV and how to keep audiences' attention spans with 10 to 13 episodes. And then you have these other series that go for 20, 22 episodes, and you're just like, all right, and they're just mostly filler. They never really get to the point until the very end.
Yeah. Now, if we're talking about a show, something like The Goldbergs or Black, is a sitcom where there's no real story between them, you can go for 20-something episodes.
Fine. That's okay.
But when we're talking about shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Flash, and so on, where you've got all these crappy episodes in between, your story gets they may have 2 filler episodes and then you have plot. Cut all that crap out. If you want to put some filler in, put it in within other episodes, but give us about 13 to 16 episodes per season and get to the point.
And I think they would save a lot of money as networks to do that. Instead of like greenlighting 20 episodes, 22 episodes, instead just do 13 to 16 episodes where you actually get to the point.
See, I'm actually the complete opposite end of you guys. Now, I get it would save money, be a little better there, but I would rather more shows take the WWE route.
No.
And just run year round.
No.
Because even when there are filler episodes, I can sit there and watch them. The more I have, what I hate the most is effing summer. When none of the shows are on. And you're sitting there and just waiting for a show. I wish
Except for this summer because you got Game of Thrones.
Just have filler episodes all summer. Fine. It's something for me to watch. I'll enjoy it. Because even the filler episodes that aren't on the main plot line, I still enjoy and have a fun time watching. So I don't mind 22 episodes. I don't mind the filler episodes here and there. Yeah, every now and then you're like, oh, that one wasn't that good. But you know what? Okay, cool. That one wasn't good. There's going to be another one next week, so I'll be fine.
But consider what HBO has done and what Netflix has done with their shows. Half the time, there's not much filler involved. They're getting to the point. Each episode sequences with each other. There's a lot of continuity, and it leaves the audience engaged. Versus CW shows or anything that's like supposed to be dramatic and it's 20 episodes long. I'm sitting there watching it and I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay, well, it's another filler. Why should I pay attention to this?
See, I'm a different breed of human though. So because like when I watch the filler episodes, I'm still entertained because that's why I'm watching. I'm not watching to see what the end point is. I could care less what the end point is. I want it to keep evolving and keep going. So the filler episodes is just another episode to entertain me. Another thing that I get to watch, sit down, forget about how I have not paid any of my rent, and just watch another episode of The Flash.
You should pay rent.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, they're trying to figure it out.
Okay, so
Thanks,
you're talking about you like the filler episode.
No, I
the
get-
one I said I hated was the one where the Flash they took away his memory and spent the entire episode trying to get his memory back.
Yeah.
I'm watching this whole episode like, okay, how does this further the point of the plot of this whole thing or with them getting Savitar and there was nothing. It was
But
just
but that's
oh
my
shit, we
argument.
wiped his memory too much. Let's get it back.
I don't need every single episode to further that one plot. I can just watch it just to be entertained by that episode.
I do.
I know, and again, that's what I said. That's just me, and I'm weird, and it's you know, I like the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Like, come on, guys. I'm a little weird. So,
We're all weird in our own right.
it's just to me, you can have it go all year long, and I'd be happy. Now, again, that's not practical though. You cannot
yeah.
actually do that.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, consider the idea of, like, you know how they have that musical episode between Supergirl and Flash?
Oh, so bad.
Yeah, right. Cut that out. You cut out those kinds of episodes, and instead you get actual meaningful television.
Yeah, but I mean, then I had one less episode to watch. Like those weeks that they're like, oh yeah, this was not on this week. I'm just like, oh, there's nothing on. Oh,
Well, why?
makes me sad.
BOOH fucking OO.
But then that also goes into the other line where we're talking about winter breaks and spring breaks and that sort of thing, because you've got ABC and CW who do all those winter breaks and that sort of thing,
Oh.
and it splits up what you're already going through and the continuity of the whole show. So whenever
Winter
ABC
finale,
did it
spring
with
finale.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that's why I didn't go back. Because after Ghost Rider, I was just like, whatever, I don't care anymore. I even forgot when it was even going to come on again. So, to me, I don't like it whenever they do that. Like, people are still home during Christmas. People are still home during New Year's. They can still watch these things. You don't need a winter break. Almost all of these shows are already recorded. They're already done. So why do we need a winter break?
It's all about ratings and.
I know. It's all about sweeps and all that crap, but still, you can space it out correctly to where you meet every sweep requirement.
Okay. So, going right along, we're going to go into channel surfing. We're going to make this really short.
Yep.
American Gods.
Yeah, that was a good one. I was a little disappointed that they didn't get into more of the main plot, but I like whenever they go back in time and they show you what all happened with Laura, the wife, and that sort of thing.
Well,
but I will say, I actually just watched it yesterday with my wife. We're watching it together, and the entire time we're looking at each other like, we hate her. Like, I hate this woman. Like, nothing with Emily Browning. She's great. But, like, the character she plays is just awful.
Well, from what I understand with her character, there really was no story about her, no big story with her in the books.
Mm-hmm.
So they did this TV show to kind of give you some background about her.
Yeah.
And that's what you saw. The background's a little bit different also, but they give you a little bit more. And her friend Audrey is going to be therapy forever.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I will say, like, I love the idea that she's dying, she's decaying, and so, like, they have to, like, constantly maintain her body. And the fly paper that they have. My wife, as soon as she saw it, she goes, she must smell like crap. she must smell terrible. Like, so Shadow's, in essence, walking in just being like, oh my god, what the hell is that? That's you? Oh, I gotta go.
I said you did.
So if he has sex with her, is that necrophilia?
It's disgusting.
I'm just curious. I'm just kind of curious. I will say, like, the one part where she's like expelling all of the embalming fluid. I actually loved that moment of vulnerability because you had this like horrible character who now has to like face the person that one of the people that she betrayed the most, and she's sitting there in her bathroom just like taking it like, yep, I did this. Yep, sorry about that. Can you not look at me? This is weird. I loved it. I loved that part. Have you caught up with American Gods?
I've only seen episode 1.
Okay.
I haven't caught.
Well, you'll spoilers.
I have no idea what you're talking about, so nothing spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay. Like your episode?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your episode?
Man, I'd have to say,
Wrestling.
no, Chicago PD.
What?
They threw me off with it, and it really caught me off guard because Sophia Bush's character, Detective Lindsay, got in trouble for beating the crap out of a perp who had a kid hidden somewhere. Saved the kid. No, kid died. Kid died.
Wow.
But the review board goes to her and all this stuff, and to keep her on the force, she has to leave the unit and go to the FBI. And so I think she's leaving the show.
Yeah, she is leaving the show.
She is?
She is, yeah.
That she's the reason I started watching it. I love Sophia Bush. So
Yeah.
it really caught me off guard, and I'm like, oh wow, that's not
Yeah, for me, I've got Kimmy Schmidt.
Silicon Valley.
And Silicon Valley, yes. But Kimmy Schmidt was great. This was an awesome season. I finished that. And then Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Something we don't talk about enough. That show is awesome.
Like, I don't talk about it because I don't watch it.
You need to watch it. It's
I
so good.
don't like Eddie Sandler.
I watched the first 3 episodes. As without you give a show 3 episodes, and I was like, no, I'm out.
The ensemble is so good. Like, everything about it is great. Terry Crews is hilarious. And then you've got the guy who plays Holtz, their captain. He is incredible. I absolutely love, I believe, Andre Braugher.
Mm-hmm.
He is so good. The way he, like, his monotone delivery for everything and how serious he is, it's just fantastic. I love him so much. So I watched the season finale this past week, and it was so good.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to finish off this show to tell you that the Get Down has been canceled.
Oh no. I'm sorry, buddy.
I like the Get Down.
No one else.
You know why it didn't get renewed?
There were a bunch of problems with it.
It's Jaden Smith.
James Smith's in it.
Yeah, he is.
He killed your show, bro.
Yeah, that's what happens.
He probably did.
He almost killed Will Smith, like legitimately.
Well, the show actually had a bunch of problems in the
See,
fact
after-
that the 2 seasons you saw so far, the 6 or 5 or 6 episodes, was supposed to be 1. There was some issues going on with filming and casting and whatever it is that they had to break up season 1 into 2 seasons. That's why you had the first season was 6 episodes, the second season was 5 episodes, and there will not be a third. So what you see is what you get.
I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. I cannot say I watched that show, so...
Well, you need to.
No, I don't. It's dead now. Yeah.
My heart's broken. I have to go drink all the alcohol now because the Get Down's over. Probably do some crack
They got down.
because that was a drug of choice back then.
Well, crack. All right.
Yay, crack.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Rob.
I'm BC. Find me at RealJackassBC, RealJackAssBC on all social media, and every Thursday night on SCNS Live, as well as every Thursday on my podcast channel, Jackass Nation. It is what it is.
Have you changed your name on Twitter to Injustice 2 Champion?
I have not changed it yet, but I am the champion, and I'm still waiting for your belt, Matt.
I'm not wearing a belt today.
Well, you're going to need to bring one to me.
I'll bring you a toy belt.
Nope, need your real belt.
Like a real belt?
Yep, real
I mean,
belt.
it's almost broken, so I'll give it to you.
That's
It's
fun.
fine.
Okay, give me your belt.
That's weird. I'm Matt. You can find me at Move the Joystick on Instagram and on Twitter. Mostly you will find a lot of family stuff that I do a lot of times. You can also find me, like he said, on Thursday at SCNS at 8 o'clock Central on youtube.com/SCNS Live. You can also find me on Cinelinx on cinelinx.com for all your news, reviews, editorials, and more, and on the Cinelinx app, which is available now on the Google Play Store and on the Apple Store. Yeah, you can also find us on starting Fridays at Nerdvana as well. Don't know what we're doing, but we'll be at Nerdvana on Friday nights. Yeah. So keep an eye out for that. That's it.
I'm Entropy1, Entropy1 on Twitter, and goodbye.
Bye. Channel Control at Channel Control Twitter.